What's causing it and how do you fix it? The first thing you got to recognize is this. Talking about lower back pain with classic core exercises, leg raises particularly, sit-ups. What's causing it and how do you fix it? The first thing you got to recognize is this lower back pain is a red flag. It's telling you something is absolutely wrong. Once you feel that, you're done. Right? Your abs have checked out. They have left the building. They are not part of the exercise anymore. Other things are working for you. And here's why. You're basically, when you're doing these exercises, you need to make it a priority to flex and move your spine. But unfortunately, what ends up happening is a lot of folks get focused on flexing and bending their body as a whole. So as a result, because we sit so much, we are used to flexing the hip. Okay, we're flexing at the hip joint, which is below your pelvis, which is below your spine. As a result, you're moving your hips. You're not necessarily moving your spine. Therefore, your abs have limited, if any, real engagement with these exercises. You can see this particularly with hanging knee raises, where someone is lifting up their knees or their legs, but their pelvis doesn't go anywhere. Their butt stays in the same place. That is hip extension, or hip flexion. Now, of course, with leg raises, there is some hip flexion that takes part, but it's not the point of the exercise. Your abs have nothing to do with your legs. You can move your legs every which way from here till Tuesday, and your abs could be a very small part of that equation. Make your spine the point of this, okay? So here's what I recommend. Forget about hanging leg raises. Forget about sit-ups. 90% of everyone I always see, their core is nowhere near strong enough to be able to do a decent hanging knee raise and move their spine. It's just not strong enough. Okay? Get down on the floor, okay, and tuck your knees in tight to your chest. Okay? That is your spinal flexion. Your tailbone is off the floor. If it's not, there's your exercise right there. Just trying to curl yourself into a ball, not hugging your knees. From there, bring your legs down so your feet rest on the floor, but arch your spine as much as you possibly can. There's that mistake people make all the time where they put their hands under their butt. Don't do that. You are literally limiting the very movement that the exercise is supposed to be doing. It's kind of like doing bicep curls and right over a table, so you can't actually lower the weight very far. Okay, so let your spine move, and here's the kicker, keep your abs on as you arch your spine. That's the biggest thing. Lots of times what ends up happening is people have very poor muscular control over their abs when their legs get lower on things. So as a result, their abs are turned off, and then when they say, okay, time for me to lift my legs, what ends up happening? Your psoas and your hip flexors take over because you're not trying to flex your spine, you're trying to lift your legs. So as a result, your pelvis goes nowhere, your legs come up, your psoas is one big part of that, which of course it's a hip flexor, attaches to your femur, goes into your lower back, and it wrenches the hell of your back right on forward, and that's what's causing your lower back pain. So, in short, practice your spinal flexion and controlling the extension with your abs on the floor. Work up to a good set of 20 with your legs bent, then go to straighter legs, then eventually get to the point where you can do it with your legs completely straight out. Once you can do that, then you can start to hang. And again, your lower back pain, zip, 0. Do not settle for it. It is a red flag that something is wrong and you need to get it taken care of pronto. Let me know if you have questions below. Be fit, live free.